Welcome back to another episode of Five Mics, One Booth. I'm Mike. How's everybody doing? I usually want to upload on Wednesdays, but this week I took a little vacay, I guess you can say, away from the hustle and bustle of things. Also was busy with a little bit of work, but we're back. Hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves, having a good day. I got some albums. I want to talk about them. Mach-Hommy, new album. It is out now, about 17 tracks. I've not listened to the whole thing. I've listened to a couple tracks of it so far. It's Mach-Hommy. It's what you would kind of expect from him a little bit. Of course, we have a wide cast of people appearing on the album, including such features as Rock Marciano, of course, the god Fahim as well. We have Conductor doing some production on a couple tracks. Definitely give that one a listen if you've liked some of the some of Mach-Hommy's stuff in the past. It should be a decent listen. I have yet to finish it, but definitely something I can't wait to actually delve into a little bit more. Some tracks I've also been listening to this week. We have Russian Roulette, I Adore You by Milk Z. We have Cerberus, Biking with Francis. We have Dream by Jay Gray and Zombie Juice. We have Sentimental by Mo Ruff. We have Flow, 4 Days, 3, Foggy Raw. We have Rain, Mac Miller, and Vince Staples, and we have Speak for Yourself, Lord Apex. Those are just some tracks I've been listening to on the hip hop side. Some tracks that I've been listening to that aren't as hip hop. We have a decent amount actually. We have a new single from TK from Ling Totsi Sigger, which is the guy who did I think his most popular track is Unravel, which was an intro to an anime. We have Queen Bee, which is another. Both these are like Japanese metal, pretty good. Bjork made my listening this week with Hyperbald. We have Fever, Tommy Richmond. We have Night Visions, Liana Flores off her new EP. I guess you could say it's an EP. It's a 2 tracks, which being Night Vision and I Wish for the Rain. I think she's coming out with an album pretty soon. We have Samba Jean Baptista, with Talk/Pleasure. In Limbo by Pale J. We have Night Before by Cherry Ferrari. Transform, Daniel Caesar. And we have Rem B. Oof. You know what? I'll come back to that one. Oh, and a song I think that is going to make my number one, not my number one song of the month, but it's definitely going to be up there in one of my songs of the month, funny enough, is Love Fool by the Cardigans. Don't know why I've been really crazy about that song lately. This has definitely been a good one to listen to while just hanging out. It has been an interesting little music bit for me. I definitely have seen a lot of people talk about the whole, I think we're now dying down about it, but like, the hip hop beefs, the Kendrick, the Drake thing right now. I know we're kind of heading towards the end of that, especially now that everything is kind of losing steam. I do think it was extremely impressive for Kendrick to kind of break a lot of records and such with his last single, Not Like Us. It's definitely a club banger, definitely something you're gonna hear people use a lot in videos going forward. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see. And other news, I guess you could say, I'm gonna go to albums, see what we got for album drops, and that's gonna be some other news we got for today as well, because I have not looked at the albums that have been dropping recently, so I'm actually very curious to see what's out. Yeah, we have not much. I'm not gonna lie. Not much that I would be interested in. Oh, there's a new Chance the Rapper single. Interesting. Yeah, that happened. Chance the Rapper, most known for his acid rap days, his coloring book days, and also his The Big Day days, unfortunately enough. Coming back with some music. Recently split with his wife. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what his creative juices are looking like now that he's a single man, gonna get back in the studio. Hopefully he can use his grieving to give us something introspective, a little creative, a little something. New single from Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Very excited to see what comes from these two with their album. The single that had dropped, I think, has Snoop Dogg in it. I was a huge fan of 86 Centra. Yeah, I cannot wait for this thing. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited. Oh, I got one. Atavista finally dropped Childish Gambino. I don't know how I feel about it. As a huge Childish Gambino fan, I get it. The reception on the album that was kind of the thing prior to Atavista wasn't great, but I don't think we needed a more mastered version of that album. I don't think it was bad, but I just don't think it was something that I'm gonna like really go back to and listen a lot. Like even Atavista, I only went and listened to once. I do want to listen to it again, especially because I do like a lot of tracks off that album. I really like Psilocybin, which has 21 Savage. Yeah, I definitely should go back and listen to it a lot more. I'm hoping the next Childish Gambino album is good. I don't know what route he's going to take. I don't know if he's going to take a more hip-hop approach or if he's going to take a more R&B approach. He could go either or. I mean, he's done well in the past with both those kind of things. I wouldn't say necessarily R&B, but like more soul, like that, Awaken My Love kind of approach. I'm very curious to see, though, what he does. I'm hoping it's something that obviously is going to be of quality. I'm not expecting another Because of the Internet, and I'm not expecting another Awaken My Love, but I'm expecting at least something that like is a good send-off, because this is his last two projects. Atavista was number one of his last two, so with that being said, I'm hoping the last project is something that like he goes out not on a bang, but like give me something that I want to feel satisfied with you ending your career on. I feel like it's interesting because I want to take I guess you could parallel it to the NBA, a player's last game. For instance, like Kobe Bryant's last game, he dropped 60. Jamal Crawford or something had a crazy last game. Like players have like great last games because they know it's their last game. Like they're not gonna play in the NBA again. So why not just show out right now? I feel like musicians, your last album is that way. It is that culmination of everything you've worked towards in your music career. It is the culmination of all of the things that you've excelled at, the artistry, all of these, things that have made you you. So I'm very interested to see what his last album looks like, and I'm very interested to see what creative direction he goes in and who he works with. I'm hoping Ludwig Göransson gets back on the production side. That would be great. I know he's been doing his thing with movies recently, and I'm hoping to see him work with Childish again. It is definitely something that I am looking forward to and is going to be keeping my eyes out for. Also, the TDE, I don't even think it's a leak anymore, but like the thing that dropped of like all the artists dropping the albums this year, I'm hoping that comes to fruition. There's a lot of stuff that I'm keeping my eyes out for, and definitely been checking up on a lot recently. I hope you guys have been liking the content so far that I've been putting out. I know we're only on episode 2, but subscribe, like, do what you gotta do. Come support me here at 5 Mics 1 Booth. Hopefully when I get to 50 subscribers, I can then start to do some live stuff, maybe some live reactions, live stuff, live like commentary. I'm hoping to get people to like submit music they want me to react to, maybe submit music they want me to hear. You can even just comment that below, like comment an album or something that you want me to listen to, react to, give my thoughts on it. I definitely will, because that is something I enjoy. I enjoy music. I enjoy exploring music, listening to new music, finding music that I like, finding music that I maybe am not crazy about, but I can appreciate, because, you know, it's all about understanding. Like, maybe I don't love a genre, but I at least understand why people like it, or I understand why people might like it. Yeah, but I hope everybody enjoys this, and I hope you all can get something out of it, get a little news, little tidbits, little just catching up on what music I've been listening to, and maybe if you heard something that I've talked about today that you might feel interested in listening to, you can pop over and give it a listen. Follow the 5 Mics 1 Booth Instagram. I have a link there for my Spotify with the music I've been listening to currently.